New Zealand was first introduced to space by a private company. Presently, there are only 12 nations which can launch rockets into orbit from their own territory. And when Rocket Lab launched its first satellite in 2017, New Zealand joined the Elite Club. But if you think that Rocket Lab is the only aerospace company from New Zealand, then you're simply wrong. So, which are the other private companies which are operating in space sector from New Zealand? Before jumping into New Zealand's private space companies, I would like to tell you that there is no government space agency in New Zealand. Yeah, means there is a department called New Zealand Space Agency, but they don't actually conduct any launches or space exploration activities. What they really do is offer platform to private companies to do their business locally. New Zealand Space Agency comes under Ministry of Business, Innovation and Employment. And as Rocket Lab started developing cutting-edge technology, New Zealand started gearing up for global space economy. So, to introduce regulatory framework for companies like Rocket Lab to operate efficiently from New Zealand, they introduced a new outer space and high altitude activities bill, a technology safeguard agreement between New Zealand and United States. It is also New Zealand's intention to join UN Committee for Peaceful Uses of Outer Space. For the establishment of New Zealand Space Agency in 2016, many private companies have taken active participation in building country's space economy. And here is the list with two companies, Rocket Lab and Dawn Aerospace. Now, just like we discussed in our India episode, there are many private aerospace companies in New Zealand as well. But we will only talk about those which has rocket launch capacities. You can check our India episode as well. There will be a link appearing somewhere at the top of your screen. This is the time to talk about Rocket Lab, the first successful aerospace company from New Zealand. Rocket Lab was founded by Peter Big in 2006. They first launched their satellite into lower Earth orbit in 2017, and since then they have launched 53 satellites into orbit. For launching satellites, they use their 17-meter tall two-stage Electron rocket vehicle with 150 to 225 kilogram payload capacities. They use 3D printing for manufacturing of rocket components, and the entire engine of the rocket can be printed just in 24 hours. Isn't it amazing? They have headquarters based in Long Beach, California, and they can launch their rockets from Mahia, New Zealand and Wallops Island in Virginia, United States. This is one of the few privately held companies which can successfully launch rockets into orbit outside USA. Now, let's go to Dawn Aerospace. Dawn Aerospace was founded in 2016 by two engineers, Jaron Wink and Robert Werner. Their approach towards space launch was quite different than others. They use Dawn Mk2 Aurora, a suborbital vehicle which is capable of multiple launches per day up to 100 kilometers and above altitude. It can take off and land from standard airports alongside of aircrafts. This design is a unique combination of a rocket and an airplane. Mk2 is 4 meter in length with a payload capacity up to 4 kilograms of nanosatellites. Their next vehicle, the next gen Mk3, is under development, which will have a payload capacity of 50 to 100 kilograms with a length of 18 meters. And the best part is it costs only $50,000 per flight for Dawn Mk2 launch. You can check more details about them by visiting their website, link to which is given in the description below. There is one more company called Navis Aerospace, which is presently focusing only on satellite propulsion. Along with these aerospace companies, there are many aviation companies in New Zealand as well, and here are the honorable mentions. There is much more in aerospace industry than just a rocket launch. But this segment is dedicated to rockets only. I hope you enjoyed the video. If so, please give a huge thumbs up for me and tell us in the comments which countries you would like to see next. Meanwhile, just subscribe to the channel because it's free. See you in the next video.